Summer is here, the kids are out of school, and the grills are fired up, and Americans are about to spend billions of dollars on vacations. But having a great summer doesn't require a great big credit card bill. Mark Lampkin is here with some fun ways to make the most out of your vacation without needing to pay for it monthly installments for the next year. Mark, I know so many of us are planning for that vacation, and we need to watch the budget when it comes to it. I mean, people save all year to go on that summer vacation, but let's kind of reel it in a little bit. So what are some of your top
Well,
tips?
first things first. Mr. Broadway, I think I want one of those pineapple drinks that you had.
Hey, I said fire up the grill, right?
So, you know, 7 out of 10 Americans are going to take 1 or 2 vacations, and they're going to spend about $5,000. So yesterday at my little happy hour group table, Julie and Donna asked me a question, they said, what's the segment going to be on? I said, how to save money on vacation. They said, it's easy. Find a friend with a lake house, a boat, and a jet ski, and just go stay with them.
Right.
And I started laughing, and I realized they were talking about me. I was the sucker,
Yes.
right? So, all kidding aside, there's 5 good ways, and the first one is little tourist, big lessons. So this is a really good one because my parents said this. So here's the idea: we're gonna the first day of your vacation, whether you're gonna give little Johnny $25 for the week, $50 for the week, $100, $200, whatever that number is, and it obviously goes up with age.
Yeah.
But you give them to them that first day, and you say, now this has to last the entire week. So you're teaching budgeting.
Yep.
They did that the first year, and I spent it all the first day and had nothing left, and I've remembered that my whole life. Now I'm going to budget through there. So one time versus 7 months of lecturing over those 7 days, and you'll teach a great budgeting skill. And you'll stop those impulse purchases.
There we go. And speaking of impulse purchases, social media versus the bank statement test. Now, I have fallen victim to this. Of course, I want to post all of my vacation on social media. So what's going to be the best? What thing can I share? But in reality, it was maybe so expensive. And really, did I really need that?
You know, and when you look at social media and you go back through it, and even yourself having a great show, most of your likes or most of my likes are probably not on our companies that we want to try to build, but it's like when I put a puppy on there or I put Bear and the dog on there, right? So people care, but they don't care, right? They don't care about what you get or what you buy. So think about excursions, small excursions. You know, think about, just whatever you buy. When I look at social media and then I get that bank statement in, that Visa bill in, is that Visa bill going to make me happier, or is that social media post going to be happier? And think about that. And then literally you'll think about that Visa bill and you'll think twice about spending.
Yes, because
that's why Vegas has no windows and clocks.
Yes.
That's social media Visa.
Because we want to think about those memories, because oftentimes souvenirs collect dust. Maybe you kind of grow out of those T-shirts, or don't like that little trinket anymore that usually ends up in Goodwill anyway.
Right.
So you want to think about those memories, collecting those.
Yeah, a couple years ago, for my children, not my grandkids, but for my children, about 4 years ago, I stopped buying Christmas presents, and I buy a trip that Zach and Sydney, they go on every single year. We take both of them, spouses and grandkids, and I'll take them anywhere they want to go. And we've had more fun doing that than I've never walked into a house and said, hey, Elle, that dolphin you bought 4 years ago at Myrtle Beach, that makes the house.
Right.
You don't hear that, right? But I'll tell you about some of the spring breaks that I had or some of the trips with the kids. So buy memories and not souvenirs.
I really like this one. One fancy, one free rule.
This is a great rule, right?
Yes.
So this is a way to control your dinners and your splurges. So let's go do go-karts today, but tomorrow we're going to do the national park. Let's go scuba diving this day, but the next day we're going to go to the free whatever that's there. So take advantage and go to places that have free excursions and just free things that are fascinating, like the Air Force Base in Destin. I mean, there's so many places in the United States that you can do that with, and I think it's important you do that.
I think so too. This last one, the $5,000 latte. Now we need to explain this one for people.
I say this all the time, and this is amazing. And I chat GPT this last night, by the way, to make sure I was right. The average latte that is bought at Starbucks is $6.25. Since 1950, the stock market has averaged about 10%.
Yep.
So if you take your $6.25 over and invest that in just the S&P 500, the last 20 years, you would have had $500,000 in your account.
Oh my gosh.
And if you take it out to 30 years, you'll have somewhere between $750,000 and $1 million. So before you buy that $6.25 cup of coffee, is it worth you being a millionaire to drink this cup of coffee? Or do you go to McDonald's like me and be cheap and spend my buck?
There you go. That's what I usually do. Or just make it at home, better yet. So these were some great tips to keep in mind for those vacation planners out there. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
I always use coupons, and I hate to say it, but I get to whip up my double AARP, the
There we
retired
go.
person card now.
Hey, any way we
Use
can
anything
say
you
it.
can.
There we go, Mark. So if you are interested getting in touch with him and his team, just head over to lamkinwealth.com.
Wealth Wednesday on Great Day Live is sponsored by Lamkin Wealth Management.